Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Please welcome Wisdom Seeker Joan and Terri Suzuki, Kigaru Spiritual Journeys. Hi, ladies.
Hi, Jean. It's good to be here.
Yeah. Thanks
Thanks.
for
And-
inviting us. And I'm so glad to see you back, Joan.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back safely. Only one car accident.
I can't believe that you drive so far, but it must have been just amazing to see all that wide open space and to travel through the U.S. and see the different terrain and the different sort of
Yeah.
culture, throughout the whole U.S. You covered the whole U.S. almost.
Top to bottom. Yeah, it was fun, especially on the day, I think it's the second day where it really turns from the Midwest into the Southwest. So the landscape, it completely changes in one day. So that was
Wow.
between Wichita and Albuquerque.
Wow.
But yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Wow. Wonderful, wonderful. What Scott, Scorpio's son Tarot, is here. Hi, Scott. Thanks for coming. He invited me on his channel. I'll be going on his channel. I believe it's the 18th of December. I'm really looking forward to that. And Jackie is here, Butterfly Kisses. And T Barb is here. Hi, T Barb. You're like one of the crew. She's like there's a little spot for you right there. MJ420 is here. Sharon Sipe, thank you very much. And um, everybody, and did I say Jackie? I don't. And Jan's Free is here. Thank you. And Willow is here. Thank you all very, very much for coming. I am Lady Soul is here. Starfish is here. Thelma, Liz T. Wow. Wow. Thank you guys all for coming. So, what we'd like to do is we will be taking questions. And if you want a message from your loved ones, we can do that. Just give us the name and relation. We can do messages from pets if you'd like, the pets who have transitioned, or if they're here in this world, just let us know and let us know the name and the type. And as usual, you can get messages from your spirit guides or angels. And also, if you want just a general reading, like a regular psychic reading on your energy, we can do that as well. And also, what we'd like to do instead of starting the questions, we'd like to just take one question. We would do a reading, and then after the reading, we'll look for the next question. It kind of helps me to stay connected a little bit more so I don't have to use my left brain. And it also allows for newcomers that come in from Facebook. I have this posted on Facebook, and somehow it's like a 10-minute delay or something. But for them to come over and get in and get a question in. So I'd like to do that to allow some newcomers. Hey, MEJ. That she's new. MEJ. She's new and she said she'd love a reading. So I can tell the difference and I see that. So why don't we go ahead and get started?
Okay.
Wow. And Juno is here. Hi, Juno
Hey,
and
Juno.
Thelma. Excellent. Okay. All right. All right. Wow. All right. So MEJ, is that how you say it, or is it Medj? What would you say? Or because of the J, the way that it's MEJ or Medj? I'll say MEJ. Let's go ahead and see if we can tune into actually MEJ, if you would give us just your first name, that would be helpful, if you don't mind, or what you would like us to call you. So let's go ahead and tune into MEJ's energy. So I'm not sure if Mary Ellen. Thank you very much. That helps, Mary Ellen. And I guess that's your initials. So Mary Ellen, it feels to me a little bit like somebody told you about us, or that you heard about us somehow, and you're here. So thank you for coming.
Do you mind if I jump in?
No, please do.
Right away, I tuned in, and maybe it's because I got my Christmas tree up this weekend, but I saw a Christmas decoration. It was just a candle burning, and it had holly decoration of kind of holly leaves at the base. And at first, it was a tall candle, and then it burned down, and it burned down, and it was a candle in the darkness. And then I heard the song, "Some a candle in the window," da 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 da, da. And I don't remember what the rest of that song is, but it's like, put a candle in the window. So I get the idea. Um, so the message is, keep the candle burning. If there is something that you're hoping for, especially during the holiday season, keep hope alive through the darkness. The holly at the bottom, and the candle is burning down. So it's like, don't give up. If you are hoping for something, whether that's a relationship or scenes, family stuff or whatever, this is the season to keep hope alive, and that candle is still burning, and even in dark times, it's lighting things up and making things feel more joyous and better. And I know this is very general, but it came really swiftly and really. And now it's turning into a candy cane shaped or candle. And what's the message there? Just to keep hope alive, but to kind of keep it fun too. To try to make this season to inject some fun into it, along with bringing light into the darkness. I hope that made some sense.
I think my what they showed me like completely backs up your reading completely.
Oh, I love that.
So on my stage, I suddenly saw these stone cliffs just rise up, and this flat desert, just absolutely bleak flat desert, and she's trudging along the desert. And there's angels all around her and spirit guides, and they're helping her, but they're like, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. You're almost there. So I do think that you've had to move through some hard times. Maybe you're still kind of going through them, but you're almost at the end. You've almost won I don't want to say battle, but you're almost there. They're with you, they're helping you. So I do believe that relief, or the candy cane is, so I'm pointing the wrong way. The candy cane is within your reach.
Great.
Wow, that's really beautiful. So, Mary Ellen, what I was getting for you is I saw long brown hair and like a darker brown hair. And then I felt sort of like a sense of exhaustion, similar to what Terri was saying, of sort of like burnout or PTSD on trauma, and you're just searching for relief. And I feel as though you're very sensitive, and you are kind of feeling the woes of the world. It seems like you take on energy from those around you, whether it's a toxic work environment or a hostile family environment. There's just something that has been just kind of like wearing on your last nerve. Even if you have people in your life that you love, they're just like trying, because they're having difficulty, they're leaning it on you. It just seems like everything seems to be dumping on you, and you're like, when am I going to find some relief? And that's what Terri was saying as well. I feel as though that it's important for you to um, practice self-care and uh, sort of strengthening your energy, protecting your energy, and working with your energy, balancing your energy, and sort of bringing in soothing energies, and doing like visualizations, doing um, uh, uh, what are they, guided meditations, where
Mhm.
you can relax and get your sort of the energy, the nervous energy, to really really calm down and soothe yourself. I'm not sure if you have trouble sleeping as well because of just the overexhaustion. You really just can't relax enough to sleep, so maybe take a bath before going to bed to really just soothe you and relax you. And yeah, I may just see if there's anything else. But this is kind of what I was feeling for you, Mary Ellen. So I don't know um, if you could just give us, if you have any feedback, if that sounds, if any of what the ladies here have mentioned to you sounds resonates with you. Okay, she says, I do have trouble with stress. Yeah. So, breathing, breathing exercises. Breathing exercises and focus is what I'm hearing. You can even try, there's some crystals that are really good for stress. And if you're that sensitive, the crystals will really help. This is labradorite, and it really takes some of the edge off of the stress factor. And you can go and try different crystals to see which ones work for you. There's a lot of the green crystals and blue crystals and darker crystals are very good for stress as well. I'm not sure if you already work with crystals, but that will really help. And you can like hang on to it and use it as like a worry stone almost, or just keep it uh, in your pocket or something. But this will help you with that as well. Good. Okay.
And she
Well,
did say
thank.
that
Mhm.
she misses holidays are hard, missing family that have crossed.
Mm,
Yeah, that's a lot of people experience that.
Yes.
yeah.
That's rough. Yeah.
Well, they are definitely with you. And being here and listening to some of the readings that we'll be tuning into will help you to feel closer to your loved ones as well. I think it's always really helpful. Hi, Austin. Austin is here. Aw, everybody's asking for a reading here. All
And
right. So,
could I just say
yeah.
one more thing to MEJ? Mary Ellen, is one thing that I do for my husband who passed, 5 months ago, is I pick a specific time every day and sit down at the dining room table and just have a candle and just invite him in. And sometimes I feel the energy, sometimes I feel like I get a message, sometimes I don't. But that might be something you might want to try, especially around the holidays. Maybe that's why the candle was there for me.
That's such a lovely practice.
Yeah, date night every night.
That is really, really lovely. Wow. That's a great suggestion. Thank you, Joan. It was really nice. So I would like to Scott, Scorpio Sun, Tarot, thanks for your question. Can I get a message from my mom, Betty, who passed in January? Sure. Let's see what we can do. Betty for Scott. I kind of hear like right away now, I don't want you to worry about me. She almost says, I don't. Now, this is what I want you to do. I don't know if she said now a lot, but now this is what I want you now do this. Or she, you know how sometimes people have a habit of starting their sentences with the word now. And this is the kind of attitude or the sound that I hear the very first thing when I tuned into her. Now, I don't want you to worry about me now. I want you to work on these things, but this is like the sort of inflection she has in her voice. And she really doesn't like any fuss over her. She was very sort of what I'm picking up is her energy is she likes to be like a director and kind of uh, not control things, but sort of she likes to keep things moving, and she likes to uh, just she just really liked to help out, and if she saw somebody stalling, she would be the first one to like and motivate you. She's very motivating. Okay, now you can do this. Okay, well, don't just do that. Do that. Like she's very. She wants to keep the momentum going. She wants to keep the momentum going. She doesn't like any of the energy or the flow to stall, and she wants you to just keep flowing, just keep moving, just keep uh, taking one step at a time and moving forward, and that you're doing great. And she's just motivating and saying that she doesn't want you to worry about her, but she wants you to just keep going. This is what I'm hearing. Anybody else?
Well, this is really embarrassing to have to say to somebody who knows their tarot, and I don't know my tarot that well. For some reason, I'm seeing her like a Rider-Waite tarot card. She's the queen of something. I don't think there's a queen on a white horse, but she's like a queen on a horse, and she's pointing her sword or wand or something ahead, like, go get him. And okay, so Betty, can you tell me what the meaning of this is? I can tell she's just the nicest lady too, that probably in life she would never be on a horse jousting. But she did, just like I think Jean said, that she liked to be in charge. She liked to help everybody. She didn't do it in a mean way at all. She did it in I want everyone to get along. Let's have some fun together. She's like the cruise director, kind of. And Betty, do you have a message for Scott? A direct message? Just, she's so proud of you. She thinks you're a fabulous son. This is a weird image, but I feel like she has this little black bag, like a doctor's bag, kind of an old-fashioned one, and she practically wants to put you in it and take you with her. She does love you a lot. So just know that she's there for you.
That's beautiful. Well, what I got was, it's odd because this is usually Terri's thing about the stage. The very first thing I got was like a spotlight. Okay, it's dark and there's just a spotlight coming down on you, Scott. And she was saying, I'm very focused on you right now. And I got this image in different ways that she was moving it around, but she's very focused on you, and then saying, it was like a stage light. This is your time on the stage. This is your time to strut and fret your hour upon the stage, like the Shakespeare line, and to make the most of it. And I was hearing this just when Jean was saying she was kind of like to direct things. So I kind of see her that she still wants to be directing this play, but she's going to let you ad lib a little bit, but is encouraging you to just make the most of your time, of your hour, because you're in the spotlight. You've got your hour on the stage, and to just make the most of it. And it looks like she's just being very, very encouraging, and lots of love. Both my heart chakra and throat chakra were lighting up. So lots of love, and about communication to you, and so the acting and being on stage and all of that.
Yeah, he said it sounded just like her, and that she loved directing things, always taking charge, but in just the sweetest motivational way, very encouraging. And yeah, it just I can feel like her force. She had such a bright, strong life force that when she passed, there was almost like a void there that was sort of like, okay, what now? What now? And she wants you to take a step forward and move into your own energy and move into your own motivation. And she's allowing this space and allowing your growth, your time to step forward and to take your own initiative. She says you have it in you. And she says, I'll always be talking to you in your ear. I don't know if you hear her in your ear or something that she would say, and she's saying that she can still motivate you from the other side, whether you get a feeling or whether you actually hear something that she might say. Know that that is her directing you,
Oh my
still
goodness.
motivating you, I think.
I was getting the feeling that or she's the kind of director that brings out the best in the
Yes.
actors rather than one that's saying, you have to do it exactly as I say.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
that's great.
she's really chatty, isn't she? She's chatty, but she's got a whole, she's like, make sure he knows that I'm acknowledging his tarot and that, that's why I'm charging ahead on the queen's horse, or I don't know, she's commandeered a king's horse, I think, but um
I think
she's
so
quite
too.
something.
And Scott says he does hear her all the time.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. What a beautiful, beautiful energy. She's such a beautiful energy. And she's enveloping you with her energy all the time. And whenever you get the chills, that's her too, coming in real close. Aw. And Terry, you just said she's chatty, and he said she is very chatty. Wow. Wow, Scott. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Thank you for your question. Wow. Okay, let's see. And T Barb said she must have been a firstborn. Right. Yeah. Wow. Very nice. So let's see who is next here. Christy Tobin. She says, I would love to hear from my Westy Wilson. He had a black left ear with a white tip. Okay.
Oh,
Wilson. Let's see if we can chat with Wilson for Christy.
Wow, 17 years.
He's showing me that he's like a professor. He's showing me, the character on in Monopoly with the monocle and the hat and the top hat. Like this is sort of like the energy that he's showing me, that he was very smart, and he liked this era, and he wore a monocle. He didn't wear a monocle, but he's telling me like this is the energy of him. He was very smart. He was very uh, just like upper echelon kind of feeling to him. He thought a lot of himself, but this is what he's presenting to me, that his energy was um, a little more polished, a little more like he didn't just play with any of the dogs. He was very particular, and he liked his things the way he liked his things. He wasn't very messy. He was very tidy. He was a very smart dog. He liked to be talked to directly. And he's just showing me that he has like this little bit of a sophisticated energy about him. So, girls, that's all that I'm getting. And Christy,
mm.
let us know if that resonates with you.
Yeah, he's somewhat hard for me to read. He's a little aloof, but not aloof in the way you would think. So I was sitting on the stage, and he came over, and usually they kind of collapse halfway in my lap, and I can pet them and talk to them. And oh, he was having none of that. He had to sniff me all over, and he wasn't giving any message. So finally I had to hop off the stage. So he's just on the stage. He has a commanding presence. He wants to be in charge. Um, he's smart, very smart, like you said. Um,
She
She,
says he was particular. He likes to boss the other dogs.
yeah, he's an interesting dog. So if you have anything, Joan, go ahead while I see if I can tune in and get an actual message.
Yeah, I wasn't getting a whole lot. The first thing I saw was of him coming in wearing a sheep costume. And so I said, "What's this all about?" And he said, "It's people could misread me, that they would say, 'Oh, he's so cute,' or whatever." And it was like, no, he's more than that. He was more than his appearances. And if you spent 5 minutes with him, you would understand that he was kind of an old soul, and not just a cute little doggy. And he was sent love. He loved being with you. Um, he's still there. You might find him still, not as much as when he first passed, uh, but he might still come in and boss around the other dogs if the other dogs are still there. Um, but he does keep an eye on you, and 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 just that original idea that he he made sure that people would misread him at first, and he made it very clear who he was, that he was more than just a cute little dog.
Yeah. You know, Joan, when you said old soul, it unlocked his
Ah,
ability to kind of talk to me a little. And he said that you were a wonderful owner. You understood his way of being, his kind of like his fussiness a little bit. Um, you understood that he was more than a cute dog, and he is awfully cute with that black ear. Um, but he really thanks you for taking care of him. He's going to be watching out for you. He's just going to hang around and watch out for you. And I feel like I feel like he's kind of saying that as you get more pets, he's going to check them out. Like he's like the committee that makes the decision whether you get one or not, or get more, or I don't know. He's showing. I'm not sure I completely understand this part, but he is a kind of take charge dog.
So Christy says, yes, that's him. He needs to check things out when you said he was trying to check you out. And she also said he was quite bossy. I'm telling you, these little personalities they're big souls. They're big souls, and they have so much personality and so much expression and energy about them that we can read them so beautifully, and that you recognize this energy about him. What a lovely, lovely dog, and how loving. Yeah. What does she say? She says, "Yes, I think he's messing with one of my cockers." See? He's keeping things in line from the other side. How lovely. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Christy. Thank you. Oh, sorry. I went to hit hide. Thank you. Thank you, Christy, very much. Let me see. Is Thelma is she would like a love a message from Rosemary, her grandmother. Hi, Thelma. Just say hey. Just say hi and let us know that you're uh, ready to chat. Oh, I know it takes a minute. There she is. Okay. So, Rosemary, her grandmother. So, I don't know if this has anything to do with your grandmother or if it's just my uh, myself getting in the way, but the first thing I saw was Rosemary on the Dick Van Dyke Show with the blonde hair. Um, so let's just keep going. Not sure if she resembled that at all, but this is what popped in.
May I go?
Sure, please.
So I first kind of saw Rosemary from the Dick Van Dyke Show too for a second, but then that image went away, so that was probably me as well. But then I have these bleachers on the stage, and she calms down. She's like, "Oh my God, finally, it's me. I'm on the stage. Land's sakes, girl, it took you long enough." She's just going on and on. And she's like, yeah, she said, yeah, she has these colloquial phrases she uses that seem, yeah, she's such a nice lady. And I'm so glad to talk to you again, to be with you, to have you be able to hear me and me hear you. She said I can hear you all the time. And okay, slow down, Rosemary. She's saying she wishes that in her day that it was all right to explore these gifts, that she had gifts too, but she really wasn't allowed to explore them very much. She would have loved to have the freedom you have now to explore these. So I'm going to let somebody else read now, because I have a feeling she could just keep talking and talking and talking.
The first thing I saw was it looked like a fairy, just in white with white wings and all of this. And then it kind of, I thought, oh, I don't quite get this. And then it kind of turned into what looked like Glenda the Good Witch with Wizard of Oz. And then I'm starting to get all this Wizard of Oz imagery. And it was, in that whole movie, there's, the scary negative things and the flying monkeys, and then good things too. And so she was like, she's there to keep you on the yellow brick road, on the path, and to just like, kind of don't look behind that curtain, don't go exploring for the negative things, but just treasure the friendships and the journey and the high vibe and the all of that stuff, and knowing that on every journey there are challenges and everything to overcome. But she said it's about the journey. It's about the journey. And she was showing me that it's in your power to keep your vibe up, to make the choices that are going to keep you on the path, and the ruby slippers and all of that stuff. And I'm sorry this analogy isn't making a lot of sense, but she's there and just being very encouraging to you to kind of remember the magic and knowing that you've got it. You've got the power.
That's right. She said she's a Romany gypsy.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And that she knew it. She knew it and have been singing that song. She was, not sure what she's trying to say there. Was there a song that you mentioned? Singing that song. Sorry.
Something like that.
But yeah, she said she was the gypsy and has the, probably the gypsy song. Okay. I know there was like a typo in there or something that I'm not able to read that right, Thelma, but thank you. So I was getting that, are you finished, Joan?
Yes.
Okay. I was getting that she was just showing me a little bit of an image of her, that I see wire glasses and I see wavy salt and pepper hair, or maybe just like a darker gray hair. And she seemed very healthy and very fit, yet she was very natural with her skin and her hair. It was very natural. And she's kind of gave me the impression that she was on her own for a very long time, but was very, very secure in being on her own, and really loved to just explore things on her own. I see her planting flowers now that I know that the gypsy that, but I saw her with flowers, and then she made sure that I knew that she liked to plant the flowers. She'd like flowers that she planted, not just flowers that you would put in a vase or a vase. She also showed me that she was strong and enjoyed simple cooking, like very plain type of simple cooking, and that was enough for her. Like just a piece of bread and something else was enough for her. Um, and she just told me she's a small eater. I'm not sure, but she was like a very simple. Loved the flowers, and her she was strong, fit, and aged very well. But she did show me that she was on her own and able to take care of herself for a long time, and that she felt very she was proud of that she was able to take care of herself through the later years in life, and that she didn't mind being alone. And I think that this is where she explored her imagination and explored her connection to the other side. Wow. Wow. Let me just see. Does any of that resonate with you, Thelma? And thank you very much for letting
Yeah.
us know that.
She said she had been singing the Wizard of Oz song.
Oh, you had said the Good Witch.
Right, Glenda
You
the Good Witch.
referred to that. Okay. Wow. Yes. Very nice. Good. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Rosemarie. Oh, she says yes, everything. And she wasn't very much like the Rosemary on Dick Van Dyke now that she showed me all about her, but that's just was popping into our heads, I think. Thank you very much. All right. So, oh, okay. Aries girl was saying somewhere over the rainbow, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Aries girl. I appreciate that. So let's see. Hi, everybody. And Lisa is here, Aries girl, and Juno, and um, everybody's here. Thanks for coming. Let's see. I saw some new questions in here, and just give me one moment. I see Zoe Rose. Hi, Zoe Rose. Did you have a question? I see Zoe Rose. I'm looking forward to see. She says hello, all. Zoe Rose, did you have a question? She's saying hi. And she's saying hi. Did you, okay, just let us know if you want a reading. Luann is here. Hi, Luann. Let us know if there's if you want a message from your spirit guides, if you would like a message from a loved one, if you would just like a general message. Yeah. Sorry, you guys. Just give me one more second. I saw a couple of them. And if you put your questions in caps, I can really see them well. So, yeah. Okay. I saw a bunch of them, and then, okay, here, this is, I see Amy. Hi, Amy. How are you? Thanks for your question. Will I find the deed to the house, SBS car titles? Where should I look?
Okay.
What's SBS, I wonder? Or I don't know. Amy, just say hi. Okay, Amy's still here. Okay. Zoe, let us know the name of your loved one and the relation, like my brother Bob or my grandmother Alice, whatever. That would really help us out because we're doing just quick readings here, and it gives us a little more of a direct line. Okay. All right. I see you guys. Great. Thanks for giving me those caps. Oh, they're just subbing to you, Joan, too. Thank you. And to Terry. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I think SBS, I'm not really sure what it means, but I think what she means is she wants to find the car titles as well. So. I'm going to use my pendulum on this one.
I'm starting with the deed to the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked, is it, if the first thing I saw was the metal box that my mom had a lot of things in. So I said, is it in a metal box? No. Is it here? Is it there? No, no, no. It's not in the kitchen. It's not in the living room. Yeah, it's, if there's a desk or someplace with drawers, it's in a drawer somewhere. Uh, at least this is what I'm getting. Um, and I'm wondering if they're, okay, let me check one more time. Are those drawers in a bedroom? It might be in a drawer or a cabinet in a bedroom. Um, so that's what I get for the title. And somebody else can go, for the deed, and I'll go back in and see if I can find the car titles. If anybody else wants to go for next.
I saw the deed in um, sort of like at the bottom of a pile where all important papers go, but it's towards the bottom. Um, I'm not sure. It seemed like it was in a box, but the box could be it within a drawer. So let me just check my pendulum. But I saw it was kind of underneath, and you would have to dig down, almost like wherever you would keep taxes or financial papers or things like this. Um, and maybe it's not your house. You're saying the house.
Yeah. So Amy, my pendulum just keeps going around, so it won't answer me on the deed or the car titles. But what they're putting in my mind though instead is that should you get tired of looking for these, you can go back to your state auditor and you get a copy of the deed, and I think you can go through your state licensing to get copies of the cars. So that's all they're kind of giving to me, and the pendulum is just spinning in a circle, and it doesn't normally do that. So
No, I'm getting that Joan was right. It's in a drawer in a desk. It's not in a box, and it's not. Um,
I'm getting that the titles are findable. And I got for both the titles and the deed, it's not in a basement, it's not in an attic, it's not in a garage. I'm getting the idea that it's in like a den or a bedroom. And for the titles, they might be in a closet. So I'm not sure if the titles are in the same drawer as the deed, but I got the idea that they might be in a closet, maybe a stack of files or something. I asked if it's in the car or in the cars, and got a no there. Oh, come back and tell us if you find it.
Yeah, absolutely. And use a pendulum. You can just use a necklace if you don't have one, and you can ask it what does yes no, what does yes look like, what does no look like, and say, am I getting closer? Is it in this room? Is it not? Is it not in this room? And just to give you a place to start. But hopefully you'll be able to look in the desk. And I did see it with some tax or financial papers. So yeah. Thank you. She said she's going to check. Thank you very much. I hope that helps. So I did star a couple because everybody was bringing in a bunch of their questions. So so Flora, here's Flora. Nabias, and she says, "May I have a message from my dad, Jose, please?" Hi, Flora. Thanks for your question. Jose for Flora. I'm just hearing him say, like, "Of course I'm here. You brought me with you. I'm always with you. I watch out for you. What did you think?" I don't know if he says this a lot. What did you think? What do you expect? Of course. It's sort of like very lighthearted. He seems to be a fast talker and sort of kind of another one that kind of tells you, um, you know, sort of gives you directions. This is my job. I am your father. I am I am here to watch over you, and I'm still here. He's saying that he's very proud of you. He says you're a strong woman. He says he didn't actually see the woman in you when he was alive. He saw the daughter that you were when he was alive, and now that he is on the other side, he sees the beautiful woman, the entire essence and energy that you are, the wisdom and the intelligence and the emotions and the caring and loving capacity that you have. And he said, "You are such a rich, amazing, rich individual and have beautiful energy." And he's very, very proud of all of these facets. And he said that when he was alive, he mainly saw you as the daughter, compassionate, loving daughter, but he saw you as a daughter, and he's just really very proud of you for the woman that you've become and your wisdom. He's just like, "It's my job. I'm still here. I'm your father." How lovely. Ladies?
Well, he's on my stage. He's showing himself very upright, very strong. I mean, just he has such good posture. He's very straight. I can see that he's a very proud man. In life, he was very proud, but he never let that pride get the best of him. I was pretty careful about that. But I have to say that right from the get-go, as I was like tuning into your energy, I suddenly saw butterflies all over the place. And then as his demeanor kind of softened just a little bit, then he kind of pulled his coat apart a little bit so I could see his heart. And there was his heart, and around it was butterfly wings. And he was saying, "You have my heart. You have my heart." And I believe he may be showing all this butterflies to maybe as a reminder when you see them that he has your heart, that he still loves you, still is with you, still's your dad.
That's really beautiful. She did say I was 10 when he passed. So that's how, yeah, how, okay.
When I tuned in first, it was like an explosion of boom in my heart chakra. Just so much love. That was the main message, and came strong and came right away. And let's see. Then he was showing me stuff that he liked to eat. Like there was a flour tortilla with some beans, or like a bean burrito, or I'm not quite sure what. So after the food part, then my third eye lit up. And he was saying, "I see you more clearly now," but he was also saying that you have the vision. and he's really happy that you um, are here and interested in these kinds of topics, because he's encouraging you to keep your foot in this, keep your hand in this, and see if you can develop communication with him, because he's there and is excited about being in closer touch. And then he was talking about, and he did seem at this point more formal, and said, I was hearing like mariachi music and just the happy, happy, upbeat music of that culture, and saying, whether you listen to that or some other kind of music, just especially in hard times, find your way, whether it's listening to music from your culture or from something else, or something that brings you up, that especially in hard times, that's what the arts and that's what music, one of the main things it does is to help buoy us up during hard times. When you think about all the things that people have been through as a people or as a family, find the things that work for you, whether it's listening to music or, I don't know, doing artwork or whatever. Have those things and make it like a part of your diet to to use those as touchstones, so that you'll always know that they're there and can help. And that was about it.
That's beautiful, Joan. Did you have something else, Terri?
Nope,
Okay.
just the butterflies and.
That's really, really beautiful. He's a really good guy, and he takes his I don't know if it was an oath, but he takes his position very seriously. When he agreed to be your father before you came into this world, or be pre-life agreements, he took it very seriously, and he was your father, and he always will be your father. And he was really, really neat guy, really neat guy, good guy, very nice. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. So I have Smile Time. Hi, Smile Time. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your question. And she says, or Smile Time says, hi, ladies. I would love a message from my spirit guides regarding my career path and what path I should pursue. All right. And Smile Time, just say hi to us so we know that you're close. Smile Time. Spirit guides regarding career path. You're welcome, Flora. I definitely see you assisting others, helping others. And I'm not sure if it goes as far as nursing, and it could be something like teaching, but I see you, it could even be like a physical therapy. I see you leaning down, listening to somebody and kind of talking to them and telling them, like, this is what we're going to do, and this is what's going to happen next, and this is what you need to do, almost like giving people instructions. So I'm not sure if it's like a teaching or if I don't know why I see this physical therapy. It's a very nurturing, caring, but it does seem to be in the medical field in some way. I'm not sure if even, but you do help people, and you help people who are either in pain or who are struggling. And you have like this very angelic nature about you, that when you lean down and you give them instruction, that they can feel the care and the sincerity in your voice. And you have you are the authority, and they can listen to your direction. I kind of, so it keeps going back to medical. I'm not sure if that resonates with you at all. That's all I'm getting right now.
right away I saw a wrench. And I thought, well, I don't know if Smile Time is a mechanic. So I was asking all these questions. Is this about fixing something? Yes. Is it about fixing systems? Anyhow, it turned out that it's kind of like what Jean was saying. It's a hands-on thing, a hands-on type of work, and it could be, and it's hands-on with people. So maybe in the medical field, or maybe in something else where you're dealing with people face to face, and that there is a system involved to it. So it's not like working with data. It's not like just working on the computer. It's hands-on dealing with people and using a systematic way to help them. And that sounds pretty vague, but I hope that that resonates with you. And they said if you aren't helping fix people in whatever way that is in alignment with you, that you can do other things, but this will be the path that brings you the most enjoyment and helps you feel most fulfilled.
Well, I'm just going to be the third wheel saying nearly the same thing. I got it a little bit differently. For some reason, they showed me Minnie Mouse ears, and Mickey Mouse ears, and they made almost like a fence. And for some odd reason, to me, that says that this helping that you're going to do is going to be more with children. And it feels like that where you should search for this next job, or where it is like in a nonprofit, where the nonprofit maybe is with therapy or with care, or something where that you can use this lighthearted spirit. I feel like they're showing me that your spirit is kind of lighthearted, that when people talk to you, you bring that magic of that I'm feeling with with all the Disney references, kind of. So there's some sort of magic you bring that just even being there, even talking to people, is healing. And yeah, maybe I that's all I'm getting, but I hope it kind of makes sense to you.
Yes, she says, interesting. I've been a full-time teacher and debating on going back to teaching or into a crafty hobby.
Or an IT path.
Oh, is that what IT? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see.
Wow. She said, each of you hit on an aspect of where I'm thinking of heading next.
Well, I can see bringing that magic that she's got in her to all of those fields, or even like the IT field, but combining it with some sort of children's programming or something. I don't know. I just got.
Yeah. In IT, maybe IT training of some sort, so that you're hands-on with people rather than just dealing with code.
Right. Right. With people. It's your heart. It's your energy. It's your compassion. It's your understanding and allowing people to move at the pace that they need to, whether they are learning, whether they're struggling, whether they're in pain, whatever it is, you have this patience about you, and the vibration of your voice and your energy when you're coaxing them and helping them to learn is magic. It's magic. And you could even teach your craft. You can even teach your craft to children if you want, or teach your craft to us. I mean, come on, go on YouTube, right? But your voice and your compassion and your patience to teach people is really very magical. So that's what I'm picking up there. Wow.
Check out her next comment.
The hobby part is metalsmithing and maybe teaching it. Yeah.
I would love to do that.
Metalsmithing. That is so cool.
That would be
So
cool.
That is so creative.
Yeah.
Wow.
I really like that idea.
I know. What part of the country are you in? Well, Terry's in the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast, and Joan's right in the middle. So T-Bar says, ooh, metalsmithing. See?
Oh, and teaching something that you love to people who want to learn it rather than, oh, I gotta go back to school or whatever. That would fill your heart. That would be great.
She's in the Chicago area. Well, we'll be right there. Wow, that sounds like so much fun. That
Yeah.
sounds like so much fun. But you do have a magical, compassionate uh energy about you. And thank you very much for coming and asking your question. We really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun tapping into your energy. So Juno is here and she would like a birthday message. Hi, Juno.
Hey.
Happy birthday.
I didn't even totally close my eyes and just saw a rocket just going up. So I think that kind of speaks for itself, Juno. You're going to just be shooting toward the stars this year.
You're welcome, Smile Time. And Juno, just say hi.
Wonderful.
Juno, I think I see astrological planets. I'm not sure if you're interested in astrology or if this is your next uh, point of expertise, but I see that a lot of the stars, a lot of the um, I don't know what they're called. Are they called asteroids and planets? All of these things are going to be calling to you and reaching for your interests. They want you to talk about them. They love the way that you teach others about all of the different aspects of just the wealth of knowledge that you have. And these energies will be calling out to you so that you can teach others about them.
So
She's
Joan,
studying astrology in her spare time. Yes, asteroids. They're calling you. They're
oh my
That's
goodness.
fabulous.
So my shaman has shown up and he's again saying, my daughter, congratulations on another trip around the sun. And he now is saying that you have grown so much, but this next year is another year of big growth for you. Your gifts will become much stronger. You will become more confident. You will, he's just saying it's going to be beyond your wildest expectations. But happy birthday.
And after I got, excuse me.
And I was going to say, why is it Juno that he only talks to you? He doesn't talk to me.
She's special. After I saw the rocket, I was seeing a field of stars, and then I saw a hand coming in, and the stars were like beads, and you were sewing together, you were beating together the stars, and so it's like all the message seemed to be that all these different things that are discrete areas of knowledge that you have or experiences you've had, they're all working together to become their own work of art now. And then I had just one other image, and that was just the ebb and flow of the tide. And now it's the time where things are going to flow, that your ship's coming in. So it's going to be a good year.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. She said, "Your message is giving me chills and bringing tears." And she says, "This is exciting and scary at the same time." That's how you know you're being called. You're being called on. We need you. They need you. We all need you for sure. Yeah, it's your time to shine. And she says, "I'm so honored, Terry, that your shaman speaks to her, not to you." Oh, she says, "Well, thank you so much." Oh, you're welcome, Juno. Happy birthday. How much fun is that?
Yeah.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Oof, very nice. Well, I think we're just over an hour here, everybody, and we just want to thank you all for being here. It was so much fun, very fast paced, beautiful energies coming through. How about it, ladies?
Mm-hmm.
It was
That was
wonderful.
amazing.
Thanks to everybody who came.
Yes. Thank you, everybody who asked your questions. And we had a nice variety of questions and some new, some, um, very tried and true. And thank you very much, everybody who was in the chat and helping along. And T Barb was coaxing and teaching and helping others and the newbies coming in. We really appreciate that. And Sharon Sipe and Willow and Jackie and Scott, just thank you, everybody. And this is from Joan and Terry and I. We all thank you very, very much for being here. We love doing the readings and sharing time together. So everybody have a wonderful night. And actually, Joan and Terry, Joan, how if somebody would like to get a reading from you, what's the best way for them to reach you?
I would say go to my YouTube channel, Wisdom Seeker Joan, and in the top part there's a book of reading. You can go to either the page or on the banner. There's a link to the place where you can book a reading with me.
Okay. And Terry, if somebody would like to get a reading from you?
Yeah, it's probably the very same way. If you don't want to remember Kigaru, it's just Google Terry on YouTube and then go to the About and just click Book a Reading, and it'll go to the KigaruSpiritualJourneys.com.
Very good. Very good.
And how about you, Jean?
Yeah.
sunpsychicjean.com for sure. And the moderators were putting all of our links in the chat for everybody. And we really thank you very much for everybody being here. It was a lot of fun. And thank you, Joan. And thank you, Terry. I couldn't do this without you. All right. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye
Take
bye,
care.
everyone. Thanks, Jean.